Good morning. I am the Moon Mama. Today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is the day governed by Mars. Mars is currently over in Libra, which is all about relationship and partnership and marriage. And Libra is governed by Venus, which is money and restoration and love and all partnership stuff, And Venus is over in Scorpio, going into the depths. I don't know if any of you like mythology, but I do. And Venus is like, I think there's a story, it's like Persephone or something like that. This is European mythology, which is what I was taught in school. I don't. Anyway, but Persephone was like something happened where she had to go live 6 months in hell with the Lord of the Underworld, Pluto, and so she lived 6 months above ground and 6 months below, and we are currently descending into the darkness, and what that means is just that we're going to have less light, like the sun. As you notice, every year that the sun gives off less light during this time of year and then more light during the summertime. And so we're going into the darkness. And what that means is that our psyches will take in less light. So we will be dealing more with our shadow internal selves. We're going internal. Going into the darkness means going inside of ourselves. It's not an external, it's an internal. So we're going into the feminine time of the year. Persephone was the feminine, and she had to go to hell. She had to go inside of herself, and she had to deal with this sort of karma, this stuff that she had to pay a debt, because her mother or somebody did something, and then she had to go do this for 6 months every year for many years, pay this debt. And so we all have that. We all have to go internal. We go into the dark of ourselves. And so that's what we're going into now. And yesterday, and so what happens is you'll start to see things. And because we're moving through something really cosmically in our world with Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter meeting up soon in Capricorn, there is a great deal of shadow and darkness that we are going to contend with. So I encourage you all to be doing your internal work. Literally do your work, do your work, do your work of knowing that you create everything. How did I create this? What's for me here? Who am I in this situation? What is this? Because people are dealing with real stuff. So fascinating. Yesterday I was in a Uber, and when he started to drive, I was like, I noticed he was driving fast, and because my energy, I can pick up everything, right? So I just noticed he was driving fast. So I thought to myself, let me see what this is energetically. And I could just feel that his foot had lead in it. I was like, oh, he's just heavy footed, and he moves through the world like a bit of a daredevil. And so I just noticed that and just prayed and was like, okay, we're good. And he was picking up, he was going to take me to the school to pick up my son and then take me to where me and my son are going to go. And we got there early. He was driving so quickly. And then I got my son in the car. He had to wait because we got there early. And I got my son in the car. And when we got in the car, there was somebody trying to get over another man. And they sort of like did this bull thing. Like they like locked into, so one car was trying to go this way and one was trying to come out. And the guy I was in this car, and he wouldn't let him out. And then they just scraped each other's cars, and then the other guy came out and was like, cursing and all that sort of stuff. And I rolled my window down and I said, I'm back here with my son, and I'm going to ask you to just let me get out of the car before you guys do this so I can go. And then, he was so angry and he started screaming again. And then I raised my voice a little bit and said, excuse me, I'm here with my son. And he was a parent, so he was like, I'm sorry, I apologize. And we ended up getting out of the car, and the guy who was the driver was really nasty. And he was like, you can get out if you want. He's an asshole. And I was like, okay. But I was like, okay, this is the energy, because this is my energy coming to me. And so where am I with this? So rather than just plugging into them, I went into myself. I got my son. We got out of the car. My son is 12, so he was totally intrigued by the fight, right? So I was like, yo, dude, you coming with me? Get your attention over here. And I came home and I just sat still to realize, like, okay, my energy is it's fighty. It's there's a warrior present. And so how do I calm that down? How do I relax that so that it doesn't run with me, so that it doesn't drag me along, so that I don't find myself in situations or create situations, not find myself, so that I don't create situations that are undesirable because my energy is so hot. So I know that we're all having our own experience of that. And so, one of the things today with a Taurus moon is spending time on the earth and discharging that hot energy. Like literally that hot energy that comes from this full moon in Aries, discharging it and directing it and calming yourself down and writing out your visions and getting clear and using it, because it's a very creative energy. And if you don't do something with it, it will drag you. It's as simple as that. So I encourage you to join the 13 Moons Initiation. I'm telling you, we're going to be working on sexuality next month, and this is going to be really a big time for us to pull power from old stories around our sexual hurt, wounds, and all of that sort of stuff. If you want to register today, it's 50% off. It's $49 for the month. I encourage you to come. And that is all. I am the Moon Mama. Have a wonderful day. And if you need anything, let me know. Peace and blessings. Natal chart readings, Mercury retrograde readings. Oh, I forgot. I do Mercury retrograde readings. If you want to know how Mercury's retrograding in your chart right now and what's going on, where to focus your energy for these next 6 weeks, because this is going to be big, reach out to me so you can get a Mercury retrograde reading. Peace and blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.